One, two, three. It's the podcast.
Cosmo.
Welcome to another exciting episode of 1, 2, 3. It's the podcast. We haven't done this in a while, so we're happy to be back. I got my good friends Miki, Jose here with me today. We got a lot of stuff to get to. So let's just kick it right off. Let's start with Game of Thrones. Everybody's been waiting. Everybody's been waiting for Game of Thrones.
2 years, was it? 2 year gap?
2 years.
And I was already disappointed.
And Jose is disappointed.
Already disappointed. It was just too rushed. Too rushed for me for one episode. Disappointed. I'm just so disappointed.
He's so disappointed. He's out of words. He doesn't know what to say.
It's just upsetting. You know?
I thought that the show was good. It was a little slow. You know, you expect more out of a season premiere, I think, but it had a lot of tying some loose ends up, people meeting people, things that needed to happen so that the rest of the episodes, I just feel are going to be epic.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I feel like that was like kind of, those were dramatically high points enough in themselves where, you know, you didn't have to have like a battle scene for it to be that engaging. Like, there was just so much, like, as far as like recalling the history of the show and just a little bit of foreshadowing as far as like coming together as process, like with the story that, I don't know, I feel like it set up a pretty nice season.
Yeah, I mean, Jon Snow meeting back up with Bran and Arya.
I think I'm ultimately just disappointed that it's going to be a short season as it is.
Right?
So it's all jam-packed and it's upsetting me. I expect these long, drawn-out, awesome episodes, you know?
I saw this bar
all
graph.
These details.
This bar graph the other day had like every episode and the length of it, and it was just, I went through all of them. I was just like, that's it. That's not enough. 86 minutes? No,
It's not enough. Man. It's just not.
Well, there's supposed to be some longer episodes in this. This one was fairly short.
6 episodes?
Yeah.
Six
It was,
episodes, right?
Yeah, it was
6.
54 minutes. It wasn't the longest episode, but it got us a good start to what I think is going to be quite an exciting finish to this story. So let's talk about the episode. Like, what were the high points of the episode for you, Miki?
I thought it was a pretty funny episode. There was a lot of moments that I thought were hilarious. Yeah, like, you know, I thought like, and this probably wasn't intentional, but they're marching into Winterfell, and Grey Worm and the Unsullied start coming, and you just get this like man, he starts looking around like he's in a Jordan Peele movie, man. It's like,
that's how I live my life, man.
Jose could tell you all about that.
Oh, we don't have time on this podcast.
Save it for the racism podcast. So
that was kind of funny, you know.
Well, that I just like. I like how like it's just the contrast and how confident Dany is now. It just kind of brushes everybody off. But there was the joke that Sansa made to Tyrion about.
She used to think he was the cleverest man.
Well, no. Before that, they were talking about how
when
at the wedding,
Joffrey, yeah,
he was like, "Oh, well, it wasn't all that bad." Or,
yeah,
you know,
it had its moments.
It had its moments.
That
was the line, and I was like,
yeah. Or
yeah,
his eyes are blue.
Yeah, it's always been blue.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had a little humor into it. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, some of the things that Jose was telling me stood out to him are, you know, that we have to talk about Jaime and Bran, man.
Oh, yeah.
The way it ended.
Can I give you a push with this hand? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
genuine terror in Jaime's eyes, just like.
But
you think he's gonna die this season? I think so.
I think that a lot of people are probably going to die this season.
Most all of them.
I mean, yeah. What are some of our predictions? I mean,
that's what
we always like to start the year off with some predictions.
Where's Zeke for a spoiler?
Who's running? Who's winning the crown, man? Who's walking away with the crown?
I don't think anyone's walking away with the crown.
It's weird like that.
Well, you have to remember the visions from the House of the Undying, where Dany saw the Iron Throne and the Red Keep completely destroyed.
Right, that's right. I think Ron walks away.
And around. What was it you were saying, right?
I have no input on the Game of Thrones part right now.
It's okay. You're still walking away with your own, man.
Just so we're.
I'm gonna go White Walkers winning.
You think the White Walkers are going to win all the way?
How can they not? They got it, I would think.
I think the White Walkers get like decimated pretty early in this because I think there's going to be the huge battle of the man, like to finish it all off. But who knows?
I think we're looking at two major battles, like 1 and 5, 1 and 6. You know what I mean?
There's
Like
gonna be
it's gonna settle.
There's gonna be 1 and 3.
Yeah.
If you look at the previews for episode 2, at the end, the White Walkers reach Winterfell.
That's to see the Battle of Winterfell.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It was already a Battle of Winterfell.
No, but with the White Walkers, the new Winterfell 2.0. Anyway,
Exciting stuff. I think Jon Snow's gonna make it, man. I think Jon Snow's making it.
I don't know, man.
I think he makes. I had this thought today when I was rewatching it. And I was like, maybe Daenerys is just too much. And maybe that doesn't last. And maybe Jon Snow ends up having to like kill her.
Well, that brings up another good point. What about Sam meets Daenerys and?
The Tarly thing.
I mean, he says right to Jon Snow. He's
Awkward.
like, "Would you have done that?" You know what I mean?
Like, bro, you got my back, bro.
like she just killed my family. You got me. So
is that how you roll?
That's Harry and Jose right there. No, but going back to Mickey's point about Daenerys kind of sucking, there's the prophecy of Azor Ahai, the prince that was promised, and how he created Lightbringers and he stabbed his wife or his loved one through the heart, and that's why Beric Dondarrion's sword lights up. It was Lightbringer. So if Jon Snow is, the prince that was promised, he's probably going to have to kill Daenerys.
There we go. That's what I'm just saying.
I don't know. I don't see it happening.
I just think she's getting a little too big for her britches, and she's not. She's
She can just take them
I think
off.
she can handle it.
Yeah. But this is the thing. Yeah. PG.
It's a big load.
This is not your grandma's podcast, remember.
She can take it.
And this is a nice segue into like another thing I really enjoyed about the episode. Corny as it may be, freaking the dragon riding scene was epic.
Well, proving that Jon Snow is a Targaryen after all.
Yeah, but just the way the whole thing was shot was fantastic. It was a lot of fun to watch. But yeah, and that kind of gives you, hey man, I mean,
The father of dragons.
Father.
you think that you could never get dragons?
Well, it's technically the nephew of dragons.
Well, yeah, that's true.
The nephew of dragons. There's all that incest, It's like Alabama and England.
Nephew of the mother of dragons.
Exactly.
All right, so let's hit on like maybe one more point here. Cersei, she's cold-hearted. We all know it. We all know she'll turn on anyone in a minute.
She's turned on Jaime already.
She's already turned on Jaime. She's ready to wipe both her brothers out.
She's gonna turn on Huron eventually, obviously.
And now Euron's entering the picture. And Cersei, we all know that Cersei's got a little baby. How is this playing out?
Stan Witherspoon.
You want to hurt a whore?
How's this playing out, Jose?
How's this panning out is, I think Cersei, are you zooming in on Dan there? Everyone thinks we're the same person a lot, actually, in Jamestown. But what's going to happen, in my opinion, with Cersei and Euron is she's going to pretend that the pregnancy that she had from Jaime is actually Euron's baby. So if that baby survives, Greyjoys win the Iron Throne. House Greyjoy's got the coolest sigil, so that works for me. You can't argue their sigil's awesome. The Kraken.
Yes.
The Kraken.
Do you know, she said, what did she say though? Like,
If you want
they'll need a place. They'll need a place to retreat to, where they can't reach them.
You mean Yara?
Yeah.
If Daenerys loses in the north, she needs a place to retreat to.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: the White Walkers bring snow and ice, so the water will just freeze over.
I
You know,
kind of.
no one really thought about that. You know, and ice dragons are already a thing in the Shivering Sea north of Ibn. So.
Yeah, well, look at the last episode in the last season where they're all on the little island and they still couldn't get to them because falling through the ice.
Falling through the ice.
So the ice must not be that strong.
Yeah, that was just for dramatic effect in the show.
Yeah, because if you have an ice dragon, that ice dragon is just going to freeze that solid.
Who
Or
says
just
the ice
Especially if
dragon's
it's a
gonna
story
be around
point where
still?
they need to get across. They didn't travel all that way to not get across with an ice dragon.
So who kills the ice dragon? One of the other dragons?
I don't know.
Ooh, and they kill each other, leaving only one dragon.
And then that dragon, whoever
It's
rides
Jon
that,
Snow's dragon.
whoever rides that dragon is the one who wins the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
Did you just ruin the whole show for everyone who watches this
I mean,
podcast?
So sue me.
No, he's not Zeke. Zeke is not here. None of these are all just theories. This is just talk.
I've never read the books.
Nobody knows what's happening.
I haven't.
And know in the past, we may have had some things come up on the show that kind of ruined some things for people, me especially.
Yeah, fuck Zeke.
But, thank goodness he's not here. Game of Thrones episode 1, thought it was great. Jose didn't. He was disappointed tremendously.
I wouldn't say tremendously, but I was slightly disappointed.
Mickey, you heard him when he got in here.
I was disappointed. It was just too rushed.
You know what? It's good though because you need the bipartisan view to make for a good podcast.
I think it's setting up for what's going to be some pretty epic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be epic,
But I'm glad you were disappointed.
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't ever like to see Jose disappointed.
Cosmo's always got my back. He's a good friend.
So, I mean,
Doesn't make me a bad friend. I mean,
No, I know. I never said you were.
Happy-
Let's not bring
I'm
up the
just-
relationship mud in the
I'm
podcast.
just
Let's
happy you were
continue.
sad at all.
is there anything else we want to hit on this episode before we call Game of Thrones talk over?
Let me think for 2 seconds.
I think there's another thing, and I just I don't know. I think they keep on alluding to it with like certain shots where they're focusing on like Sansa and Stark's eyes, how blue they are. I just think that there's going to become a point in time where like they kind of explain the backstory a little bit more behind the White Walkers and their connection with the Starks.
Well, that's a huge, huge story thing.
Yeah.
You didn't read any of the books or any of the theories, have you?
No.
There's always supposed to be a Stark and Winterfell. and
So
all
that's
that stuff.
yeah, exactly. And so I know like a little bit about that, but I feel like they're kind of ramping that up to give a little bit more to that story.
Or they're ramping up to the thought that Sansa dies and becomes an Ice Queen. Because she's kind of an ice bitch.
I was just kind of thinking the same thing. I mean,
Was she
It's
always
kinda-
that way though? The poor
kind of.
Well, she started out young
kinda
and
cold.
innocent.
poor Ramsay.
already, right?
It was all about Ramsay ruined her.
That was Zeke's favorite character.
Ramsay ruined her. What about
Zeke's
Joffrey,
favorite
man?
character ruined the
I
sweetest
think
character.
Ramsay
I think
ruined her more
Joffrey
than-
did some damage there too.
She was still sweet and innocent, man. She had
Yeah.
hope. She had hope. She
Joffrey
thought everything
and
was going to be fine.
Tyrion and Ramsay.
Well, Tyrion, he was a gentleman, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah, he didn't touch
I
her.
mean,
He still married a child.
He had to.
He did what his father told him
Listen,
to do, like
it's-
we always do.
That's what they did
yeah. I mean,
Back then,
there's a lot of
in this
questionable
time.
situations. Yeah, for sure.
in this world. That's just the way it was. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Corey,
Big ups to Tyrion. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Game of Thrones next episode Sunday. Well, I'm sure we'll have another podcast talking all about that. So right now we're gonna switch gears here. I'm gonna talk about my band because why not? As long as I got people watching, you guys need to know about Trip the Deuce. Trip the Deuce, hitting them hard. We're coming out with our new album. We got a big CD release party Saturday, April 20th at the Wine Cellar. It's gonna be a great time. We just got the album in the mail today. Guys, this album is gonna blow your mind.
I love the enthusiasm.
It's gonna blow your mind. This is probably the best album I've ever heard in my life.
Really?
It tops the first Trip the Deuce album, Fly Birdie, which you can find on all over the place, Spotify, YouTube.
So before this, though, the first album was the best album you ever heard in your life.
You know,
This
and
surpasses it.
You know, like what are some classic albums? You talk about like 2112, and it was up there with those. You know what I mean? This is going to surpass all of them.
You had no
guys.
other albums?
Is it better than
Well, I didn't prepare a classic album speech. There's lots of classic albums. I'm just saying that this album is going to blow minds. That's all I'm saying.
Love it.
Crash at Dawn.
It'll blow your mind.
It'll be available this Saturday, and I'm sure eventually we'll have it able to purchase online as well.
Can't you listen to it already, like on SoundCloud? You can listen to one of your singles.
You can listen to a single
Is that
on
Amber Amber?
Hammer Amber is on Facebook. Is it on SoundCloud?
Yeah. I think that's the link. That's how it's.
All right,
or
so-
no. It was.
I'm
it
sure
was
Paul
YouTube
put a
video.
link, right?
YouTube.
It was YouTube.
I
yeah.
think it's YouTube.
Hammer Amber's
But
on
you can look
YouTube.
at. We have
The
videos.
whole album for everyone.
Oh.
Very exciting stuff. We're also we have a good friend of ours making us some stickers, so there will be stickers available. We will have the first album also available. We're gonna be doing a deal. Buy the first and the new album, $15 for both.
That's a good deal.
So
People like deals.
Come out and support us. Come out and see us. I think you'll enjoy this. We have a lot of other shows coming up. Just mention a couple, and then we'll move on.
So wait. This is that you guys. You said you're releasing the show or the album on Saturday. You didn't mention there's an actual show to support it though, right? You guys are playing at the Wine Cellar.
Yeah.
With Spooky West.
You didn't really focus on that.
Well, I'm excited about the
No,
album.
I know. But you gave me the eye like, what are you talking about? I was just like, no, I'm kind of saving this.
We
so just
we
don't
have
do that.
it is a show to support the album. It'll be us and Spooky Westcott. It's going to be a good time.
And I'll be bartending.
Show starts at 9 o'clock, goes till 1. Come on down, support us. Some other shows we got coming up. Wednesday, May 1st, we'll be at the Chautauqua Club with the Electric Kings. That should be fun. I don't know why Wednesday, but hey, people like to rock out on Wednesdays too.
Why not Wednesday?
Every day's
Why
a
not?
rock and roll.
Yeah, why not Wednesday?
In June, we're heading back up to Cockane, which is a great place. We went up there last month. What was the date, Ron? Ron. Tell us a little about Cockane, really
Tell us
quick.
about
Get a
the
quick shout out.
venue.
Shout out,
Cockane
shout
itself, just music venue. Trying to make it a music venue. I don't know. There's every Friday live music. Electric Kings will be there this Friday, actually. Plenty of bands. That's the whole thing. Trying to make it a music venue. That's pretty much it.
Serving
Nice.
food.
So yeah, food bar. Friday night's wing night.
Gotta get those wings.
Wings, pizza.
Is your phone ringing?
No. Yes, it is. Actually, that's funny. They're talking about this right now. Yeah, the Probables will be out there. Is what that is. They will be there. Was it May 10th? They're out there. Code Lazarus is out there May 5th. I don't know, there's a lot of them.
Listen, guys,
I'm
Ron-
prepared for this situation right now.
Ron does the booking for these shows, so
So
let's throw that out
What
there.
else have I got? Cypher's coming out there.
Yeah.
Woody's Hardbox is coming out.
Yeah.
Space Jump's out there at the end of July. No, August 2nd they're out there. Which will lead you into...
Let's say
The Whirlybird.
you took my lineup here like I recall.
I know.
This band,
No, I saw
this
it.
band,
That's how you line up. I was like, wow. Well, we just had Kaleidoscope Sky out last year.
Yeah.
Taste
Yeah,
guy.
that's a good, awesome show.
No, I've heard a
Trip
lot
the
of really
Deuce
good
is going to be
things.
there
Don't
June
get me wrong.
21st.
Winterfellas
Doesn't
is
matter.
out there. Not this next weekend. The Winterfellas is with
Winterfellas? Oh, that's with that Joel Peterson guy, right?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
JP.
JP.
Winterfell is
He
great.
hasn't been
great.
on the podcast in a long
No.
time.
Yeah, I played him in basketball a
Yeah.
couple times.
So-
Is he any good?
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah,
Did he
you can
disprove
either
the movie?
Cockane- There's Cockane Facebook. Find me Ron Miller. My Facebook, I always post everything. Get a hold of me for any band stuff. Is rmiller@cockane.com. I don't know. Any bands, I don't know. There's a lot to it. I guess.
What was that skit in
On the
Dave
spot.
Chappelle? Remember that Dave Chappelle skit? Wrap it up.
We're
You
gonna
know, yeah,
we go edit that down.
Look, I had
about the Browns or wherever you're at.
I had to give a little love to Ron. Cockane is a great place. They're doing big things. A lot of good bands. We really enjoyed playing there when we were up there last month. Can't wait to play up there in June on the 21st. So at this time, we're going to bring it off a trip to Deuce. Hate to say that, but we are playing one more show, and it's going to be at the Whirlybird.
Whirlybird.
And Mickey, why don't you tell us about the Whirlybird, because you are the man.
I do the Whirlybird things. So yeah, we are bringing Whirlybird back this year. It's going to be a 3-day festival, July 18th through the 20th. What's really fun about this is we're collaborating with a lot of different shows that are already going on. So we're collabing with Third Thursday and open mic at the Cellar and the comedy open mic at the Lab. And then Friday we're doing an evening program similar to how we did our evening program last year on Saturday. And Saturday we're looking to do very similar to what we did the year before, last year in our first year, with the exception we're going to have a kind of a headline main event. We're going to feature Tropidelic, After Funk was special. Some of these amazing bands that we're able to pick up this year. So yeah, really looking forward to it. I mean, the lineup, it's kind of unbelievable that we're having this here. I thought last year was a lot of fun and we made some good progress with it, but when push came to shove, got the lineup out, got tickets up and running, I took a step back and looked at this and this accumulation of talent, and I was kind of blown away that this is happening, and there's so much support for it. So good for it.
You did a great job, Mick. The lineup looks great, guys. This. I almost kind of want you to pull it up, but you know him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
He named a lot of them, guys. This is going to be a lot is fun.
We got Tropodelic. We've got
we got a lot of good
fun.
Trip the Deuce.
Trip the Deuce.
The audience is coming back for that.
Oh
show.
yeah, that's a huge thing.
Phantasm's making an appearance.
Yeah, Phantasm's coming back up from Philly. Functional Flow, Space Junk, Witty Tarbox, Ponder. So many awesome. Hey, Annie.
Hi, Annie.
What's up, Annie?
Hi.
Hey, Annie. Thanks for letting us, hang out.
We didn't get any dick cookies this time.
Listen, I'm in the middle of making some booty cookies finally.
Ooh, all right.
Cookies, I'm really excited about that.
Very nice.
Well, hello, child.
Hello.
Do you need any dicks?
For anybody who's made it this far in the podcast, here's a little nugget for you.
Bye-bye now. You don't want to watch this, kid. No, kid, don't do it. Don't ruin your life already.
July 18th through the 20th, tickets are on sale at whirlybirdmusicfestival.com. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Check out the website, check out our Facebook, check out our Instagram. We're pretty on it as far as our information goes. Really looking forward to it. Thank you, Jamestown, for making all of this possible. I came out here to do Whirlybird as kind of a one and done per year deal. I really didn't intend to grow to a 3-day festival so fast, let alone procure all the opportunities that it has since, which I guess I'm leading into, is the week after Whirlybird. This is just incredible, and I don't know how we were able to pull this off, or it's just what went into this is just incredible. But we're bringing Guster to Jamestown. So Guster is going to play at the Reg Lenna a week after Whirlybird, July 27th.
Yeah, it's my birthday week.
There you go. Happy freaking birthday.
Mine
week.
too.
And Cosmo's, our
For
birthday
the
month.
love
We're
of
gonna have a
God.
big party.
You're welcome,
We're going
you
to
gentlemen. This is why you guys brought me here, right? Just to...
No, I just like you.
That's going to be coming up. We'll talk more
my
about
God.
the big birthday bash we're having this year. But I want to go back to Whirlybird. Having Guster is great, and we can get back into that. But tell me more about the other things other than music, because this is a big thing for Jamestown, downtown Jamestown.
For
and
sure.
It's going to be booming. Last year went great. Tell us more about what's going on.
So Thursday night, we're going to break it up. So we're going to do the outdoor thing with Third Thursday, collabing with Bill Thomas, and bring Space Junk and Guster. We're going to have a local comedy showcase at the Labyrinth, followed by a nice open mic. I think we're going to singer-songwriter showcase where the open mic is at the wine cellar. So Thursday will flow that way. Friday night, we're going to have an early show as far as comedy goes. It'll take place probably about 6 or 7 o'clock, and that'll lead into just bands. I think Functional Flow is headlining that night. Space Junk, I want to say, a lot of really good bands that evening. And then Saturday is going to more encompass like the live art. We're going to have painters. We've got, I think, 4 or 5 painters already signed up to paint live during the entire festival.
That's pretty
the day
cool.
festival.
That's awesome.
Which I'm trying to schedule them to participate in the evening program. It's just getting them in a safe spot in the venues is just kind of been a thing. So we're working on it. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have a brunch event at the lab like we did last year. We're gonna have we have a hooping workshop. We have a public drum circle with Rick and Jamestown Thunder drum and dance circle.
I also
So a lot of really fun, family-oriented, inclusive, engaging events during the Saturday program. It's something for everybody, we say. So
bring your kids, man.
yeah, no, definitely.
They obviously
Bring your
can't
kids,
come to the
bring your
bars
friends.
and
Yeah.
later
Yeah.
at night, but this is an
Maybe
event
a
in
Labyrinth,
downtown
though.
Jamestown available to everyone. So it is. I think it's a great thing you're doing, Mick.
Thanks, man.
It worked out great last year, and I see nothing but good things for what's to come this year. So
You're talking about we're talking about bring your kids, and that's this is a community project. There's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes as far as programs we're working on with Infinity and Camp Anyasa as far as bringing music and making music accessible to our youth. Like when it comes to Whirlybird, it's not just about having fun and partying. Like we want everybody to be involved, and we want this to be accessible. So yeah, we grew to 3 days, and we do have some higher valued stuff going on. But half of our program this year, easily, if not more, is free, and now all ages. Whereas last year, like even our evening program, we weren't able to include all ages. Now we can. Now our main event, Tropidelic After Funk, was special. Like everything at the Chautauqua, like all that is gonna be all ages.
Oh, nice.
Which is great.
So yeah, so you know, moving forward with that, and
So if I hear anyone complaining this summer that there's nothing to do in Jamestown,
it's not the
you
summer.
all like to do, it's your own fault, all right?
Yeah.
There's stuff to do.
Jamestown's booming.
There is so much to do in Jamestown.
It really
like,
is.
There's a lot of stuff that's about to like be released. Events coming up in August. It's really crazy. You talk to like people that are working at the hotels. Like the DoubleTree is a wonderful partner of Whirlybirds, and they're already sold out. You know, pretty much most of August. That's incredible. It's just a testament to like the development and the progress that actually is going on downtown, despite what you know, some people in the rafters maybe.
Well, they
And
crazy.
that one guy, what's that one guy?
Oh, the poor guy. You know. I want to.
Poor guy.
I just like
That
want
poor
to give him.
guy.
I just want to give him a hug. It's just like God, just give this guy some love, man. I just feel bad.
He doesn't have any fun, so none of us can have fun. That's
like,
his opinion.
and it's okay. And I feel bad. People say mean things about it, but like the reality is, like, no, man. Like we want everybody in the community to come out and have a good time. We want. That's why like we're bringing a lot of like more diverse music this year too, which is a big thing. We're introducing a little bit more hip hop and reggae, and we're bringing some awesome, legitimate country music. With
Not pop country, right?
No,
Thank
hell
God.
no.
And
Oh God, no.
better than anything,
Oh, no.
Trip the Deuce will be there. So, guys, this is really a win-win scenario.
For
Miki,
all of you.
once again, Whirlybird's going to be great. You guys check it out. The week
Yeah.
after, July 27th, don't forget, Guster will be at the
The
Reg,
Reg.
and that is going to be a good show. I mean, that's cool that you were able to make that happen.
It's like by most metrics, like kind of, it's a big deal. It's one of
it
the.
really is.
It's a really big deal, and being a fan and knowing like a lot of the cult following and fan base around here, like it's really neat to see that excitement kind of just surge through the scene. So
It's awesome, man.
really stoked. Thanks.
So Whirlybird,
It's
we're
gonna
going to
be
Whirlybird
awesome.
it up, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on. We're getting toward the end. I just want a couple quick shout outs. I got a shout out to my man Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Winning
Killing
the
the
Masters.
haters.
What was it?
Was it-
14 years since he
Yeah.
won a Masters, 11 since he won a major. Tiger's back, guys. He almost won last year at the PGA.
Yeah.
He's already won a major this year. He got another green jacket, only one behind help me out here.
Yeah, good luck, man.
Jack Nicklaus. And he's got
Shooter McGavin,
15 majors now, which is only 3 behind that. So he's got a few more years left in him. I just want to give a shout out because everyone loves Tiger Woods, even though he went through all his tough times.
Yeah, but look at Gary Busey. We all still love him.
Yeah. Like,
How can you not love Gary Busey?
haters gonna hate.
And then one more quick shout out to my Cleveland Browns. We got Odell Beckham. This is our year. I say it every year. I say it every year.
Hey, try being a Bills fan.
Dude, you're saying that to a Browns fan. Let's be real.
What do we
Really
do?
suck.
October 10th? Is that the date?
Bills and Browns will be playing this year. I think you're the one who told me.
Yeah, I
so
think it's October
It
10th.
might be October 10th, but
Yeah.
these teams are teams to look out for. The Browns, the Bills.
No, it's not. It's week 10.
Week 10. All right. Well, this is
Whatever.
going to be a good year, man. Cleveland Browns going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
My prediction. So that's pretty much all we have. We got one last thing. I'm going to turn it over to Jose for his thought of the day. And then we're pretty much going to wrap up.
So my thought of the day is I don't think you guys realize that Cosmo has been on a fucking hot streak.
I'm on a hot streak,
He's
baby.
he's on fire.
I'm on fire.
So recently we went to WrestleMania at MetLife, right?
Life Stadium.
So we decided to make a whole weekend out of it in New York City and in wherever we were in New Jersey. And this man is a party animal.
Grandma.
He stayed up for 3 days straight, made sure we were all okay, did all the dishes, and stayed up for the whole ride home. and didn't die of sleep deprivation or anything. He was perfect.
Listen, I got my boys back. They had my back. We had a great time.
It was a great time.
I'm on a hot streak, baby.
And I'm not even a big wrestling fan, but he made me into one through this experience. So good job, Cosmo.
Next year, Tampa. We're going.
Tampa, yeah, we're doing it. We got family and friends down there.
So that's all we got, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Can't wait to come back with episode 2 of Game of Thrones. We out. 1, 2, 3. It's the podcast. We done.
Done.
Word.
Well, let's help Paul get this shit out.